Am I the a-hole for not accepting my mom's relationship and emotionally distancing myself because of it? When I was around 14, a family friend introduced his younger brother, Jacob, to my mom and me. Jacob was about 2 to 3 years older than me. At the time, nothing seemed unusual. Our family friend was our neighbor, so we were around them often, and Jacob had just moved to town. Over the next several months, Jacob started coming over to our house very frequently, sometimes every other day, usually to watch movies with my mom. I was a teenager and spent most of my time in my room, but I noticed how often he was around. When I asked my mom about it, she told me he was just new to town and did not know anyone yet. Then holidays came around, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, and Jacob started giving my mom flowers and gifts. That was when I began pushing harder and telling her it made me uncomfortable. She insisted it was cultural and told me I was overreacting. Our conversations quickly turned into arguments. She would say things like I was a terrible daughter for not trusting her or ask what kind of mother I thought she was. These conversations always ended with me feeling guilty and crying. When I was 15, I walked downstairs one day and caught my mom and Jacob making out on the couch. At that point, he may have been 18, but I am not entirely sure. I immediately went back to my room. My mom and Jacob followed me upstairs and knocked on my door, but I locked it. Eventually, she sent him away and asked to explain. I told her there was nothing to explain, that she had lied to me, and I asked her not to have him in the house out of respect for me. He was back that same night. Fast forward 5 years. They are still together, and this has been a constant source of conflict between my mom and me. I have given multiple ultimatums over the years. The most serious was in April 2025, when I told her that if she continued the relationship, I would no longer have a relationship with her. She said I was jealous and judgmental, that I could not give her ultimatums as her daughter, that it was nothing serious and just a fling, and that her relationship should not affect me. Eventually, I let it go again, like I always have. But at the start of 2026, I reached my limit. I am now 20, still living at home, but I have completely emotionally detached from her. I treat her like a roommate, we do not talk at all, and she knows nothing about my life. What finally broke me was realizing how lonely and isolated I feel, and that I essentially have not had a real relationship with my mom since I was a teenager. Around the time all of this started, I had been diagnosed with depression and anxiety. The lies and betrayal at 15 shaped the rest of my teen years and permanently damaged our relationship. For years, my mom has told family and friends that I am a distant and resentful daughter, which is true, but she has never explained why. Because of this, I feel isolated from my family and judged without any context. Recently, I broke down and told her how alone I feel and said, through tears, I just want my mom back. That same night, she went to stay at Jacob's place. That was the final straw for me. I know she is my mom. I know she is allowed to have a relationship, and I promise this has never been about jealousy. But the lies, the age dynamic when it started, and the way my feelings have been dismissed for years make it impossible for me to move on. So, am I the a-hole for not accepting her relationship and emotionally distancing myself from her because of it? Edit, additional context. I want to add more context about why it is so hard for me to fully let go. I am an only child raised by a single parent. I'm also Hispanic, and tradition places a strong emphasis on honoring and supporting parents, especially after everything they sacrificed while raising you. I went to college straight after high school and now have a full-time career that pays well for a single person. My dream has always been to financially support my mom one day. She sacrificed so much to raise me, and I have always felt it was the least I could do for her. She works in housekeeping and does not have a retirement plan, so I am quite literally all she has to rely on for retirement one day. I do not want to completely abandon her, but it feels incredibly burdensome to think about supporting her after everything that has happened. I hate feeling so resentful toward her. I do not want to be that type of person. At this point, I feel like completely ghosting her when I move out, while still sending her money every month, might be the best and least I can do.